Hi, everybody. This is Mike Gerdes from the Greater Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living with Wonder Love Dog Yoga, bringing you another love note. Trust everything's going well with you. Well, you probably know by now that the United States has selected a new president-elect and new vice president-elect. And you probably hear by now that there's a bunch of people that really don't think maybe that happened. Well, I do know right now that there's still a lot of divisiveness in this country. You may sense it. And whether you think the election is done or you don't think the election is done, no matter what side of the political spectrum you're on, no matter what opinions you have about anything, whether I agree with them or not, you're free to think that I'm crazy. I'll let you. But I'm going to hold my ideas and know my ideas, but I'm going to be skeptical about my ideas. I'm going to take a look at my ideas and see if science backs them up or if those ideas need changing. You know, one of the best things that I can find out is that I'm wrong. And Dr. Maxine shows me how it's the best way sometimes. She points out where I'm wrong. So that's one of the reasons why I love her. She's such a great teacher for me too. She's laughing right now. But the truth is, you know, we learn oftentimes by making mistakes. We learn when we have ideas that don't quite hold water, that don't pan out. We need to recognize that. We need to accept that. Because if we don't accept that, we're living in an illusion, or actually a delusion. So I would suggest that what we do to begin with is take a look at our own thoughts, take it along on our own ideas, and see what we think about things and see if they're really true. Are they really, really true? Are they backed up by facts? Are they backed up by science? Or is this just something that we've heard on the internet? Or just something we've heard from our friends? The other thing I would suggest is recognize that all of us, ourselves and everybody else included, we're on a journey. We're part of the evolutionary process. And right now, I believe humankind is at a place, a major shift, where we're letting go of the old self and embracing a new self. We're letting go of the old man, woman, and accepting and emerging into the new man, woman. And sometimes that transition, sometimes that birth, sometimes that construction, that movement from one to another gets a little messy, gets stressful. And I think that's what we're going through right now. Why it's so stressful, why it seems so messy, why it seems so confusing. Because people want to be sure of something. And I can tell you right now, you can be sure of things being unsure for a while. The only thing that we can be sure of is there's a presence for good in the universe, greater than we are, and we can use it as we allow it to use us, because you and I are it in expression. We are. And as we embrace that idea, what happens is we open up to that evolutionary flow to lift us up to that greater idea. And we can look upon everybody else as just seeing them as being right where they belong at the moment. And we can call forth the Christ within them to come forth at its highest. There's nothing wrong with that at all. And we can hold them in love rather than contempt, because we recognize that everybody's doing the best they know how, giving their education, giving what they know, given their mind dynamics at this point of now. Rather than confronting people, Maybe what we need to do is love people and listen to people. Well, it's about time for me to let you go. Make sure you tune in tomorrow for Dr. Maxine, and she'll have another love note. And then go to our website, cslphilly.org, and you'll see classes. You will see a link to previous love notes, and you'll see a link to Sunday morning's live stream. So check it out, cslphilly.org, and it's also an opportunity, if you choose, and we would appreciate it, for you to make a contribution. Thank you so much for joining me today. God bless you. Bye-bye.